feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the makings of a wealthy kingdom entrepreneur. We have Mr. Ivor Curry again. How are you doing, my friend?
Kurshin, I'm so good. It's so good to be here.
My man, how have you been?
Things have been good, man. It's been a lot taking place over the past 2 weeks, but man, it's just been great stuff. So it's been really good.
So good, man. It's so nice to hear your voice again. Dude, I know you went through the whole challenge and things like that. Just talk to us a little bit about that. Of what I saw, it was flawless.
Man, 5 day lead challenge. It blew my mind. The things that took place,
Yeah.
I didn't expect, man. We had a big turnout. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, people that wasn't entrepreneurs, they came, they got transformed. God was there. I think some highlights was just kind of the topics that I touched on and
Mm,
how I saw that it was allowing an entrepreneurs to make that mindset shift.
okay.
And man, like it was just I can't say enough good stuff about it. It was so great, man. And you were there.
Yes, I was.
What
I
did you
had
think
to check
about
it
it?
out. I had to check it out. Man, you're a beast. I'm telling you. You've got so many skill sets. You just have so many skill sets, and it's amazing to watch. And people, if you're watching this right now, you're listening to this, I should say, guys, you've got to go and check that challenge out. You have got to do it because it's going to change your life. And you know what? I saw you going through a shift as well, my friend. I saw you. It was. I don't even know how to describe it. You went for a complete different mindset as you were taking everyone with you as well. Talk to us about what was going on in your mind, in your heart as well during this challenge as you did it.
This was such a unique experience. It's so funny that you caught that because while I
Mm,
was used to playing a different character, I was getting shifted into a new character, right?
right.
You know, behind the scenes you made a comment. You said I see artist and I see producer, and when you said that, it really stood out to me, and it
Mm,
started to show me that God was shifting me into something that I had never ever been before, right?
hmm.
And so that mindset shift, right? I've done business coaching forever. I've always been in coaching and running business mode. So the mindset shift of going from chairman to producer, artist, more the creative side. And so that's what I was really experiencing. And man, it's a totally different walk. And I wonder how many people, Christian, that are out there right now that may be getting ready to go into a transition. Maybe they've been holding on to an old identity because they're scared to step into a new identity. And I think for me, it was stepping from the old identity of strict businessman to, media personality, business, and media moga. And so, yeah, like the shift was incredible, man. It was
Mm,
transformative. I didn't expect it.
yeah, very good, man. So, how do you navigate that in your relationship with God?
I think I'm at a point in my journey where I've been everything that God wanted me to be for Him, that now He's allowing me to be who I never thought I could be, but I've always wanted to be. I always wanted to do something creative. I always wanted to
Mm,
be in the world, but not of the world. Maybe do things that appear to be worldly, but not necessarily to be of the world or anything like
right.
that. And so I think for the first time ever, God is saying in my life that, hey, you made it all about me. You left corporate America. You did the business coaching. You did the CEO role. You ran the companies. Now I want to give you something that you always wanted, but you didn't know how to get. So here I am getting ready to launch a talk show. Like, bro, a
Mm,
talk show? Like, I never even knew that I could run a talk show. To be a producer, it's blowing my mind. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're just
yeah,
flowing right now. Like, what's happening? What's going on? And to be an artist, for
yeah.
so long I've looked up to artists and the things that they created. And so I'm
Mm,
literally just like in the passenger seat of my body, just watching God take over. And
yeah.
the way I navigate this with God is I just let Him lead. He gives me the ideal, it resonates with my spirit, and I move into action. And it's just incredible.
Great, man. So when you say artist, you don't mean painting, right? What kind of artist are you talking about?
So I'm thinking something that the world has never saw before. I can't share too much on it just yet, but typically
Mm,
when you think of most artists, you think of musicians and singers and songwriters.
yeah.
And so the artist that God is allowing me to be is something that hasn't been expressed before, but it's through the form of speaking, my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will say that it's a really creative thing, and he's actually already had me creating some things that's leading up to this new thing that he's going to introduce to the world. You know, you asked me one day, you was like, you know, I'm number one at this. God has told me that I'm number one at this. God's just revealed what I'm number one at, but I
Wow.
can't say it just yet. But it's exciting. But
Yeah.
no, I won't say it just yet, but I will soon.
Hectic. You know, that just comes to my mind right now when you just said that you're number one at this and things like that. Literally, I believe that God doesn't make junk, and He only makes one type of thing, right? He makes man and that kind of typology of something, but every single one of us are unique, and that's why we can be number one at whatever He creates us to be, because all our giftings and our callings are so different. So it's that uniqueness, and so I'm really looking forward for the unveiling of what God is doing in you right now. It's very, very cool. So my friend, tell us a little bit more about this mindset shift. Exactly what is a mindset shift for those who don't understand, in the journey of an entrepreneur? We obviously go through these different modes of, I want to call it creation, but what would you call it?
So I think different modes of creation is one of the mindset shifts, but I think there are multiple ones, right? You can make the mindset shift from the employed to the an entrepreneur. You can make the mindset shift from the CEO to the business coach. And I think your mindset is an old place that you were once destined to be. It
Hmm.
contained a certain level of thoughts. It contained a certain levels of behaviors, a certain level of habits. And so now that we're making the transition into the new mindset, it's the new thing. It's that thing that don't look like a thing. It's the thing that you're scared to step into. It's the thing that you know that you need to do, but it just hasn't fully manifested because you haven't took the first step into it. So you always got to be asking yourself, I was in this mindset, but what is the mindset that I need in order to display this new character? And so going deeper
Yeah.
into the mindset shift, as I think about God pushing me forward into the producer and artist mode, there have been some new habits that I had to let go of because when I was a chairman and a business coach, I was strict, I was uptight, I was on time, which I still am on time, but it was certain habits and characteristics and language. I was very straight up to the point, like direct, let's get to it. I don't have time to waste. I'm here to solve your problem type of
Yeah.
mentality, right? But
Hmm.
as he's transitioning me into the producer and artist, it requires a new mindset. It requires new habits. I have to be more creative. I have to be more so my personality. What's up, man? What's going on? Let's do this. Like, doing all of these different things,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it's the mindset shift that's required. So we have to ask ourselves, okay, guys, so you're taking me to this new level, or you're taking me to this new position, or now you're calling me to be the manager, or now you're calling me to be the parent, or now you're calling me to be the husband or the wife. So that comes with a new personality. What are the traits, the behaviors, and the desires that I should have in this level so that I can fully walk into this role and be my highest self in this role?
Sure. Talking about some serious stuff, man.
This is heavy. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really is, because many people don't want to go through such a mindset shift. They want to stay in that comfort zone. They want to stay in what they feel is familiar. But that's where the blessing is. It's outside the comfort zone. We, like, God took the people out of Egypt, to the promised land, and they had to go through a journey through the wilderness or the desert, and He blessed them in the process, but the reason why he had to kill off that generation, was because they their mindset couldn't change. And so the following generation, who didn't experience Egypt, had the opportunity to go to the promised land. And I believe that we go through this transition, we do it for the people that we are meant to lead and bless and things like that, so they never have to go through the things that we have gone through. Talk to us a little bit about that, the stuff that you've gone through to create such a mindset for you, such a powerful mindset to be able to be an artist and a producer of and create things. Um, what has that journey been like for you lately?
You know, God doesn't change, but He's always doing a new thing. And
Mm,
putting ourselves in that new mindset requires stepping out of our comfort zone. And one of
mm.
the most comfortable places is what we've always known. I'm so
Oh
guilty
yeah.
of it. But it's such a familiar place that we have to switch ourselves into the mindset to think, man, I've been here, I've done it, I've mastered it. Let's move forward. Let's do the new thing. Whatever that new thing is, I want to step into it. I want to own it. I want to get to be the best of it so that I can see what else God has in store for me. I don't want to stay in this comfortable position forever acting the way that I've been acting. I want the new thing, whatever that is. And if it requires me stepping out of the comfort zone, let's move into uncomfortableness, if that's even
Mm.
a word, until we can at least get into it. You asked, what have I gone through to make this mindset shift? I think honestly, man, I've experienced like so much change and
Would you
so
say pain?
much no change.
Yeah.
So I've experienced so much change and I've experienced so much transition that I've gotten so accustomed to when I get a new idea and if it resonates with my spirit, I know it's God sending it to me, and I'm just like, okay, let's do it. Whatever you want, God. What is it that you want to do this time? What is it that you want to create through me? What is it that you want to do in this moment of my life? And I think
Mm.
it's so important that we be just open to do the new thing, whatever that new thing is. Because what I've learned is that ultimately God is going to give you the desires of your heart. Like when you was a little child and
Yeah.
you was thinking about that you wanted to be this and you wanted to go out and do that, you didn't know how you was going to do it. But the moment that you start to give God your yes, He's going to start to reveal to you how you're going to do it. But in the beginning,
Mm.
it's not going to look like you're going to get those things. Like
Yeah.
when I was selling used cars back in the days, like I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing today, like a used car salesman. Like I never thought that I'd be doing what I'm doing today.
Mm.
But it just goes to show you that giving God your yes is setting you up for success to get what you ultimately want. Because the desires, even at a young age, the rightful desires were placed on your heart by God
Yeah.
to manifest at a certain time.
So good. Like he literally trains you in every position that like you are in, like whatever job it is, like what you just said as a salesman, um, and all of those things add up to making you the person that you need to be later down the track, like now. And we're still undergoing that process, you know. So in that process, what do you see for the future now that all of these things have accumulated and they're coming together to form this masterpiece? What do you see yourself to be like maybe the next year or two?
I see myself just doing wow. Like it's so crazy because the dream is so much more bigger than me, but at the same time,
Mm,
I see this being something that has not been done on earth before. You know, you and I, we was having a conversation the other day, Christian, and we was talking about how God is going to do a new thing with the people that are taking this walk with Him at
amen.
this moment, taking this journey. You know, whether you call them the remnant, whether you call them chosen, or whether you just
Yeah.
call them regular people that are just walking in the ways of God and making sacrifices for God, right?
Mm,
And so I just see, you know, you, I, and the others that are walking this walk with God, just living out these incredible dreams, doing things that most people are going to look at, even people of the world are going to look at and be like, oh my God, who is the God that Kurshin serves? Because Kurshin is
amen.
making this
Come
happen
on.
and he's doing this. Oh my God, his gift is blowing my mind. I know that God has got to be with that dude because I've
Yes.
never seen anybody do this. I've never heard about this. I've done research and I've never ever been in a situation where I've seen somebody be able to do what he's doing and don't even have the resources that we have in order to do what we've done. And
Yeah.
so I just feel like my future is connected to God's future. And whatever it is that He's about to unveil, I don't even fully know. That's the thing. But I'm so excited because I know some of it and I have some of the vision. He won't allow me to release all of it. But you know, man, like the thing about what's happening, like it's
Mm,
gonna blow all of our minds. I mean, the things that he's going to do in your life, the things that he's going to do in the people's life that are currently listening, that you know God has called you, you know you've been walking close to God, you know you've been doing everything that God has asked you to do. And even though it looks like it hasn't manifested or it isn't going to manifest through God, it will take place and it's gonna blow everyone's mind.
beautiful. Dude, I just want to ask you one thing. Just can you give me a golden nugget right now? Give me a golden nugget that you use.
A golden nugget.
Yeah. You know, King Solomon, he made gold as common as silver and whatever. That guy was a beast. Like King Solomon was amazing. Absolutely. And so the wisdom and that he carried, I really believe that we have the potential of being far greater because we have Christ in us, the hope of glory now. And it says that in the word that he, when Jesus came, the one greater than Solomon was here. And now he lives in us, right? And we carry our own golden nuggets that we can produce, if I can use that metaphor. What do you feel like one golden nugget that God has given you, others don't necessarily know?
My golden nugget is to make God your idol. When you make God your idol, He's going to make you His idol. He's going to take you places. He's going to put ideals, thoughts in your mind that have not even been perceived by the earth. There are things that God has shared with me. There are downloads and revelations that God has given me that when you think about the way that I'm walking with God, it is equivalent to the way that Enoch walked with God. I can be my most authentic self with God. I can be raw. I can be honest. I can even go to God and do certain things that people in the Bible would get struck down. Now, I'm not talking about nothing crazy, but I mean, I'm so close to God to where, I mean, you can even start. I'm not going to share it. Should I share that, God? No, because I don't want other people doing that. But so there are these characters of God where He will start to unveil Himself to you in different layers, and what would be considered not appropriate for some people to do towards God, He would allow it to be appropriate to you because you know Him in a different way. You know Him in a different manner. You made Him your idol. He's your everything. And I would just say my one golden nugget is to make God your idol. Before you make the world your idol, before you make your gifts your idol, before you make the spirit of wisdom and revelation your idol, make God first, make Him your idol, and He will make you His idol, and it will just be an incredible experience that you will get everything that He's placing on your heart.
Come on, man. That is so good. Dude, I have to wrap it up there. But oh my goodness, that is a golden nugget, man, for sure.
Boom!
Guys, God bless you. We will talk again soon. Thank you so much, Ava.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.